So here you are, brand new in a role or considering one to reposition an organization or department. It has run aground, faces critical issues, and isn't performing up to its potential. The task is lonely, daunting, complete with skeptical eyes staring at you. Hopeful eyes are staring too. Can you be the catalyst to lead the organization, department, or team past its current issues? Can you get the ship off the bottom to sail safely once again? If so, where do you start? Follow the ABCs to advance. A. Ask questions and listen, then ask for help. B. Base your plan on what you hear and see, or on what you don't hear and see. C. Challenge the sacred cows and the status quo. S. Share the vision to create a collective energy. A. Ask questions and listen, then ask for help. Success stories generally start with the practice of fundamentals. Asking questions at the outset is high on your priority list. Stories of failed navigation through difficulty start with the absence of the practice of those fundamentals. For example, Ron Johnson was a rock star senior executive from Apple Computer, responsible for Apple's hugely successful retail thrust. Recruited as CEO of faltering retail giant JCPenney, Johnson hatched a plan. This troubled retailer had garnered many a customer by what Johnson called a confusing strategy, offering frequent and heavily promoted multi-product promotional discounts. It was widely reported that Johnson's game plan was to turn Penny into an all-discount, all-the-time retailer with a completely redesigned facade. As part of his strategy, Johnson increased borrowing to raise the cash for redesigning all of its stores. Then, he executed his plan with guns blazing. But wait a minute. Sales plummeted, losses mounted, the price of its stock sank to rock-bottom lows. Billions of dollars were lost. Thousands of people lost their jobs through layoffs to accommodate the lower sales volume. Vendors and suppliers tanked as well. What the heck happened? This highly acclaimed leader executed his plan boldly. Why didn't customers flock to Penny's newly redesigned stores? Well, it seems they were confused by the lack of frequent promotional discounts. Customers had valued the coupons and looked forward to these discounts, and they didn't care for the new designs and relative self-service from a once well-staffed retailer. Customers stopped coming to the stores in droves. What did this high-profile, can-do-no-wrong executive fail to practice? The first A in the ABCs to advance. He failed to ask questions and listen. It also looks like he failed to ask for help. He never conducted focus group studies or pilot programs to get employee, supplier, partner, market, or customer feedback. As a result, he put the organization in a pickle. Observers agree that too much change happened too quickly, with little vetting preceding it. The company's board bounced Johnson after the damage was done. First, an interim CEO and recently a new one have been working to right JCPenney's ship. ABCs for Captain Knowles. Captain Josiah Nickerson Knowles, on the other hand, put the fundamentals of asking, listening, and getting help into practice right from the get-go. Captain Knowles and crew were shipwrecked on a deserted, inaccurately charted South Pacific island. Anxiety-ridden passengers and crew looked to their captain for a plan to save them. Knowles held back at the outset until he asked questions and listened. Then, he asked for everyone's help to hatch a plan with one overarching goal: to get out of an impossible predicament. Because everyone contributed, they all felt ownership to the primary goal, survival and rescue, and were invested in the resulting plan. Captain Knowles had the rudiments of a plan in his head, but he had the vision to know that the collective wisdom of his fellow castaways would brew a superior plan that had full buy-in.